Alright, here we go with my look at G.I. Joe Renegades Law and Order. So as always, let's talk about the little character bio here, or file card on the back side here. It says here, code name is Law and Order Police Canine Unit. Name is Christopher M. Levine. Grade, Officer. Birthplace, Houston, Texas. And primary weapon is German Shepherd Guard Dog. And his combat gear is as follows: tactical helmet, face shield, tonfa, dog leash, shotgun, pistol, handcuffs, electroshock weapon, radio, and flashlight. And I will point out, he doesn't actually come with an electroshock weapon or a flashlight. And it says down here, Law works as a prison guard with his canine partner Order. A rookie at the prison, Law is honest and fair. He refuses to join the corrupt warden and guards who hold illegal cage fights between prisoners. Law and Order encounter the Renegades when Duke is arrested after being mistaken for a member of a chop shop ring. So that's a little bio there, and then quickly let's just kind of look at the artwork there. And again, it's in the Renegades style, so it's very cartoon looking here, but the actual figure itself pretty much could fit in with any of the current G.I. Joe lines, modern G.I. Joe figures. It's not very cartoon looking like it is here on the package, so let's set that to the side. And let's move in here and look at Law and Order up close. Now, of course, there's a Law with the, or the dog Law, and Order, or actually I got it backwards here. Let's see, is that right? Is it, yeah, his canine partner Order, so that's Law, that's Order. Anyways, so let's take a look at the dog since we're talking about him here. So here he is, and I'm not a big fan of the little leash thing that they got here. It's kind of stiff, wants to kind of curl up like the way it was in the package when you get it. If you keep working with it though, you can kind of get it to stay kind of straight or straighten out. But not a whole lot of articulation for this guy. Pretty much the only thing you could do is just kind of swivel the head around like so, and it can kind of go up and down just a little bit. But I do like the way that they got the little, like, kind of like, I believe it's supposed to be like a Kevlar vest here, and it says police across here. And he's got the little pouches here on the sides to, I guess, carry stuff. Ammo, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you want the dog to carry it, because you might run off with all your bullets, but whatever. Let's look at Law now. That was Order. So let's just kind of pan up in here. And like I said, you can see here, it's not very show accurate or cartoon looking. The face, at least, it you know, pretty much looks like a typical G.I. Joe guy. And the thing I kind of get a kick out of is on the package, the way the artwork is there. He looks rather young, but here he looks like a much older guy. So he doesn't really look like a rookie guard at all as far as the figure goes. But anyways, as you can tell, he's a police guy, police guard. So he's clearly got the badge there. He's got his little radio walkie-talkie, which is a nice touch. It says MP there on the side. And I do pretty much got him right now with most of his accessories on. There's only a couple that aren't actually on him. And talking about accessories, here's his little riot shield, face guard, whatever, which is removable. And there's his little MP helmet, which is also removable. But I really like the helmet there as it is without the face guard here. Not too big on this. It's okay. It's a nice little touch, but I think he looks better without it. And like I said, you can remove this, so it just pops off like that. So now you can kind of really see his face there up close. So like I said, he does look much older, you know, compared to the artwork that you're getting on the package, but, you know, no big deal. In some ways, that's kind of a good thing because, like I said, it does make him, or allow him to, you know, fit in with the other G.I. Joe figures that are currently out. Doesn't look, you know, very cartoonish. Anyways, let's kind of move on down here and look at the rest of them. So you can see here he's got a lot of little pouches here for his magazines or whatever. And let's turn him around here on the side. And you can see I got his handcuffs there, which store, much like the Renegades Cobra Trooper figure. There's a little hole here and they just kind of hook on there. But here's what the handcuffs look like. So these should be able to snap over any pretty much any G.I. Joe figure's wrists. And he's got some more little pouches here on the side of his leg. And on the other side here, he's got his couple little guns, some pistols and stuff here. So he's got this guy right here, and he's got another one right there. I do wish, however, that they would have maybe moved one to the other side instead of having them both on the same side. They kind of get in the way a little bit, and I think it looks kind of odd to have them both right there. It seems like they'd be hard to get to, like one on top of each other. But he's got this one here, which, let me get that out. But he's got his revolver here, his like dirty hairy looking gun. And it is kind of flexible, a little more stiff than some of the other revolvers that they've given figures in the past few years. So this one's a little more of a firmer plastic, but there it is. And then his other little weapon here is his little handgun here. There we go. And this one is pretty much the same. It's just a different color. Was one of the versions of Snake Eyes. I think it was one of the Pursuit of Cobra versions of Snake Eyes that came out a couple years ago, or a year or so ago. Let's see if I can get that to focus there. And it's not quite wanting to focus. Let's see if I get it up close. There we go. That's a little better. But if you're familiar with that figure, this little part right in here can pop off, and that's the little silencer attachment for it. So it just pops off and it pegs on the front end here, like so. So now you can have it with the silencer on there, or flash suppressor, or whatever it's supposed to be. So that's a cool little touch. And again, this just stores back in here like so. Put it in there. So he does have a few little small odds and ends that you can lose if you're not too careful. So just keep that in mind. And one other thing here, he's got these little knee pads here, which I don't know if I pointed this out on any other of my G.I. Joe figure reviews that I've done, but I'm not sure if I've done any that actually have had these knee pads, but these are removable. So they just pop off like so. So if you don't like the knee pads, you can take them off, although you're going to have a hole there on the front of his knee. And they just pop back on like that. So that's that. And then let's talk about his weapons, or the rest of his weapons. Let's kind of go out here a little bit. He's got this guy here, which is a looks like some kind of submachine gun of some kind, or maybe a little assault rifle. So that's kind of cool. And he comes with his little pump action shotgun here. And then if you turn it around, it's kind of cool. I like the detail here. It's got the extra rounds here on the side. So that's pretty cool. And then, like they mentioned on the package there, he comes with his tonfa or baton or nightstick or whatever, billy club. So he's got that there. So pretty cool amount of accessories. I do wish, however, that like always, I've mentioned this before, that he could have been able to maybe store all these on him. Let's just kind of go out here. So as far as articulation goes, pretty much typical G.I. Joe articulation. He does have the extra joints here in the wrist. This one can go in and out like that. And then this one can go up and down like that. So that's about the only real interesting thing as far as the articulation goes. Everything else is pretty much, again, your standard level of articulation for G.I. Joe figures. So that's pretty much it for all his accessories, his little dog partner, and pretty much everything that comes with them. So my final thoughts on this guy: I think it's a pretty good figure. I actually like it. You don't get too many of the security guard type of figures in the G.I. Joe series, so this is a good one to have if you're into that. And I like the way he looks. I like his accessories. So it's a pretty decent figure. So it should be out now. I just got mine about a week or so ago. So they should be pretty easy to get by now, I would think. So if you see this guy sitting in the store, I would say definitely get him. So with that, I'll wrap it up with my look at the G.I. Joe Renegades Law and Order figure.